Bob, you know what it is. Geeks are back on the scene. We got picks and predictions. UFC Paris. It is Surreal Gane coming out against Sergey Spivac here. Heavyweight showdown in the main event. We're gonna break down every single pick from the bottom to the top, prelims to the main card, starting with the first fight of the night. We got
Yes,
Taylor
sir.
Lapilus, 18-3, stepping in against Cowlin Loughran, 8-0, Irish fighter. This guy's an absolute beast. I mean, I just know him from the Cage Warrior scene. This kid's super strong. I know he's got some like power jujitsu. I've seen him get a lot of TKOs over there. Kid just seems like a force to be reckoned with. Definitely a live dog. I'm not sure too much about this guy Taylor Lapilus, but 18-3 seems like a pretty good record here. So good fight to start the card. Goosey, what do you got in this one?
I think I'm gonna go with Taylor Lapilus here, probably by decision. I know Logren is is very tough, very durable. He's got that big block head. He's got a good record as well. You look at it on Tapology though, his first two wins, one guy was 0 and 31, one guy was 0 and 39, and Tapology has flagged them as guys that show up and throw fights, get a paycheck and get out of there. So it can't be a ton of confidence from his coaches if they're putting him in there to start his career. Lapilus, on the other hand, LFA champ, he's very good, pretty battle tested, and I just think that his experience will show through. Logren is tough, like I said, so I think Lapilus decision is going to be my pick here.
All right, what do you got, front kick?
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with Lapilus on this one, a little bit more battle tested in the UFC. This Cowlin Loughran, he's forced to be reckoned with, making some noise over at Cage Warriors, I believe. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna ride with Lapilus. I think he gets it done inside the distance. I'm gonna ride inside the distance.
All right, we're moving into this next one here. We got
Edit on mine, not LFA champ. He was Aries FC champ, so still pretty good promotion
yeah.
for Lapilus.
All right, and we're moving into this next one. We got a female boot. This is a bantamweight scrap. Zara Farron, 6-5, coming out against Jacqueline Cavalcanti, 5-1. I'm gonna take the over in this one. Bantamweight women's boot, definitely a rare sighting here. Don't get too many of these nowadays, but gotta cherish them while we see them. So maybe Zara Farron can put on for her people. She's gonna be the Homelander in this one. So what do you got, Goose?
I'm gonna go with Jacqueline Cavalcanti. Pretty impressive resume. Obviously, especially in women's MMA, you can't rely on that too much until you see how they do in the UFC. It's just that next level of talent. But I know what I'm getting from Zara Farron, and that 6-5 record is pretty indicative. All right, she's about to go for 500 here, which is pretty impressive for a UFC fighter. But I think that Jacqueline Cavalcanti is going to get it done. Submission or decision? I'm going to go under for Jacqueline Cavalcanti here. Probably actually TKO, now that I'm thinking about it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What do you got, front kick?
I'm gonna just ride with a Cavalcanti decision. That's my pick.
All right, moving right into the next one. We got another bantamweight scrap, but we're bringing out the bros. We got Farid Basharat, 10-0, undefeated, one of the twins. We're getting him against Clayton Rodriguez in his first fight up here at bantamweight. If I'm correct, I believe he was fighting at flyweight. A lot of rumors that the weight cut, is bothering him. He's moving up, and Farid Basharat, big test here at 135 to start. I mean, he had that win against Blackshear that's aging really well, and he's just kind of really well-rounded everywhere. Just a really fun fighter to watch. His stand-up is just a lot of volume. He loves the pep of the legs. This is kind of going to be a fight where I think that Basharat's going to be winning. There might be some big moments for Clayton, but in the long haul, I think Basharat's just gonna win too many minutes of this fight. So, what do you got, Goose?
This fight's interesting. I think that Clayton Rodriguez is a good prospect moving up weight classes. He's probably going to fight a little bit better You know, he was draining himself as low as he could go. He missed weight his last two weigh-ins. The last fight they called off because of it. I think that Farid Basharat's going to have a wrestling advantage here. On the feet, especially early, I think Clayton Rodriguez is dynamic enough to get some good shots off. But as the fight goes on, that CJ Vergara loss really sticks out to me. I think that Basharat is definitely better than CJ Vergara, especially in the grappling department. And I think that's where he's going to expose Clayton Rodriguez here. I think that Basharat out wrestles him, maybe sub, possibly decision. I think he gets a sub off probably round 3.
What do you got, Front Kick?
Yeah, I'm on the same path as Goose. I think Farid has a possibility for a late sub, but I'm gonna ride Farid decision. I think he's gonna. I mean, Clayton, he's got to get in the pocket and land some bombs. Farid, like you guys said, wrestling advantage. I think he could get it to the ground. But yeah, I think just Farid has more paths to victory. I'm gonna ride Farid decision on this one.
All right, we're moving right into this next one here. We got a featherweight scrap. Morgan Charrier, 18-9-1. He's gonna be the homelander, fighting Manolo Zaccini, 11-3, from was that Italy? This is gonna be a good scrap here. I'm interested to see how these guys match up with each other. Front Kick, what are you thinking with this one?
Yeah, so both these guys kind of young. We have no idea what they're gonna bring in there. Morgan, the last pirate, dope nickname. Striker. I'm gonna ride with him by knockout. And we'll just see how it goes from there. The last pirate KO. Let's go.
Goosey, what do you got?
I'm going to go with Morgan Sharir as well. Manolo Zaccini. That's about as Italian of a name as you can get. I just think that the Italian MMA circuit in general is not the strongest. He does have a good record, but I think Morgan Sharir can be more battle tested. You look at this. Sharir opened as the favorite. The Sharps in Vegas hit him up pretty good. He's now right around 340 as a favorite here. And I do think he gets it done. Manolo is tough. I'm going to guess Morgan, the last pirate, Sharir by decision here.
All right, let's move into this next one. We have got a welterweight scrap. Ang Lusa, 9-3, coming out against Reese McKee, 13-4-1. His return to the UFC. A lot of high hopes for the kid. I mean, a lot of people are Reese McKee fans. Everyone's wanted him back in the UFC. They kind of got their wish. This is a tall task, though. I am going to be on Ang's side in this fight. I think that this guy's getting really good. And every clip that you see of like Kill Cliff and all this stuff, he's there. He's in every clip. And he's getting better in every single video. You know, he's always asking questions. You can just tell that he's just so eager to get better. And every single time he's been stepping back into the octagon, you have seen those improvements. So I think in this fight, he's going to be able to flash, a little bit of his stand-up. I think that, Reese McKee's going to be trying to push the pace wrestling-wise, but, I think he's going to be good for it. I think he's going to have the gas, and I think that's a big question people are having, but I think he's good for it. So I'm taking Ang Lusa. I would say maybe by decision, but I think he might get a knockout in this one. So maybe dabble both on those. Goosey, what do you got?
I'm going to be on the other side. I'm going to take a chance on Reese McKee's toughness here. He is going to have to eat some big shots early, as Ange Lusa has a lot of pop in the hands, pretty good grappling. And I think that the first round is definitely going to go to Lusa here. But as the fight goes on, I really see McKee starting to take over. Lusa does not have the best gas tank. He really gassed against AJ Fletcher, almost got finished round 2. Fletcher just gassed so bad that Lusa ended up coming back and winning round 3. But I think that was just more of a testament to Fletcher going on complete empty after the second round. I do think that McKee gets it done late round 2, early round 3 TKO in this one. I think Lusa's going to gas out after a pretty big first round, and then McKee starts to take over.
Ron Kick, what do you got?
Yeah, Goose is on the trend. We got the Skeletor. Reese, he's winning these fights late. It's looking like he's thugging it out and getting them out of there late. So I'm gonna go Reese over.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Looking like a dog. What am I trying to say here?
Dog pick, baby.
A dog pick. Is he the dog?
Plus 150.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna need to dog this one out. Let's move into the next one. We got another female bantamweight scrap. Nora Cornell, 6-1, coming out against Jocelyn Edwards, 13-4. Geez, you know exactly what you're getting with Jocelyn Edwards. She's always good for a nice upset. Sure, I'll take her. We haven't seen Nora, so let's see if she's UFC caliber. I feel like Jocelyn's a good test for that. See if she's rankings worthy. What do you got, Goose?
I'm gonna go with Jocelyn Edwards. It's really hard to know what you're gonna get from Nora Cornell here. Not a lot of film on her. She's been fighting in a Middle Eastern, the UAE Warriors women's MMA circuit. That is interesting. Um, and yeah, I don't think she's been tested too much. The record's good. She's been getting finishes, but it's really going to be hard to finish Jocelyn Edwards. The one decision that Cornell's gone to, she's lost. So I'm going to pick Jocelyn Edwards by decision here. And I'm not putting too much thought into it, but I do think that Edwards gets it done.
What do you got for front kick?
Yeah, give me Jocelyn decision. I think she's just gonna outstrike her, and just be the vet.
All right, we're moving to the next one. This is the main card, first fight of the main card. William Gomez, 12-2, coming off a win against Francis Marshall, and he is fighting Giannis Gamori, 12-1, making his UFC debut, if I'm correct. This guy likes to strike, and he's got a couple, chokes. He's pretty versatile, but his last couple fights, he's been flashing his stand up. He's gonna need to go back to that grappling. Gomez, big, tall, lanky, hard fighter to figure out in the feet. Definitely underestimated by a lot. I think that he's kind of earning his respect now, and they really wanted to find him an opponent, so they're keeping him on this card. They're moving him on to the main card. I think they're seeing a little bit of something in him, so I'm gonna ride William Gomez in this fight just to keep it standing and strike away. Maybe I don't see him really getting a finish. He doesn't really, have that kind of crazy pop, but I do think he's gonna pepper him for 3 rounds. So give me Gomez over. What do you got, front kick?
Yeah, so Gomez is probably going to be my pick. We got Giannis on the other hand. I think maybe he could be a sub threat, but Gomez, Gomez, he could stay out of trouble. I'm gonna go Gomi over.
What you got, Goose?
3 for 3. I'm going to be on William Gomez as well. This is a kind of short notice fight. I think that it does play into a little bit of what William Gomez was expecting. Giannis, on the other hand, was expecting a short, stubby power puncher. And I think that that's really going to throw the game plan off. Giannis is tough. He got finished by sub, never been knocked out. So I think that Gomez wins this one by decision.
Let's go. All right, moving to the next one. We have got a light heavyweight matchup. Volkan Oezdemir, 18-7, coming out against UFC newcomer Bogdan Guskov, 14-2. And this is a guy that I'm hyped to watch because I've definitely seen his highlight tape. And this dude's got a right hand out of hell. This dude has a right hand out of hell. And, sadly, Volkan Oezdemir is, dragging, 3-round fights out with Paul Craig on the feet and taking shots from Paul Craig. And no hate to Paul Craig, the Bear Jew. I know we're gonna see him soon in a big matchup against Brendan Allen. But I mean, his stand-up's just not it. I mean, especially when you're, comparing it to a guy like Bogdan Guskov. He's really gonna put some dents in Oezdemir. That's what I'm thinking, man. I'm thinking round 1 KO. I don't think this lasts very long. So that's what I'm riding. On the feet, clean knockout. What do you got, Goose?
Goose is riding with the Goose Cov in this one. I honestly thought I was going to be the only one. It seems like a lot of people are picking Uzdemir here, but I like where your head is at, CEO. That right hand goes crazy. And then I like looking down his resume. He's got a fight in Brave FC. That is one of the toughest promotions out. So if you're willing to go in there, scrap it up with those guys, I think you are ready for the UFC if you can get some wins off. He has. And Ozdemir, on the other hand, it seems like each time we see him in there, he's taking shots worse and worse. That's probably just how age and damage goes. But I don't like his chances at eating too many right hands from Guskov in this one. So I'm gonna go Guskov knockout as well.
All right, let's go. Front kick.
3 for 3. Let's juice it up. We got Bogdan Guskov, underdog pick. Knockout, juice it up even more. I'm gonna just stick with knockout. Don't know what round it's gonna come in.
All right, we're moving into the next one. We got a lightweight scrap. Benoit Saint Denis, 11-1, coming out against Thiago Moises, 17-6. Battle tested Thiago Moises. This guy's fought the best. Benoit Saint Denis, we all kind of know him for his last performance when he upset the hype train that was one of the Bonfim brothers by just blasting body kicks on repeat until his ribs like collapsed. It broke all his arms and shit. What a performance that was. And I'm gonna ride that momentum, man. I think this dude is tougher than shit, and he's really coming into his own right now. And Thiago Moises, known for more of his grappling staple than he is his stand-up. And I think Benoit is kind of that elite, nasty grappler that you really don't want to be in exchanges with. So if this fight goes to the mat, I like Benoit Saint Denis. If it stays standing, I think he's just going to have the more dynamic shots, the more dynamic striking to kind of accomplish what needs to get done. So give me Benoit Saint Denis to figure this fight out and edge out a close decision. What do you got, front kick?
This one's tough for me because I think Thiago's BJJ is good enough. But then Benoit is just such a savage. He just goes in there and basically doesn't care if he dies. So it's a tough one because I like the underdog pick with Thiago. Oh man, oh man. I'm gonna go with the heart on this one. I'm gonna go with the heart. I'm gonna ride with Thiago sub. I think it's just gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen. Benoit's a tough motherfucker. I'm not gonna be surprised if he wins though.
Boosie?
I like that Fish went with Moises. That what it is a close call for me. But I am ultimately gonna pick Benoit Saint Denis. I think that his last performance, well, he did dog it out, gets a little bit overrated. Bonfim was winning and then just couldn't like block a body kick, and he just was spamming it over and over. But either way, I do think he just has that dog in him. Moises, no question, has the better skills in this fight. But I think that Saint Denis is just going to keep walking him down, keep coming forward. And we've seen Moises kind of crack under that pressure before. I think that the mental toughness of Benoit Saint Denis is going to win him this fight. And by way, submission, knockout, decision, I don't really know, but Saint Denis is going to be the pick for me.
Hey, he's come a long way from that fight in Abu Dhabi, like back in
Yeah.
the day. I forget who that was. Was that like
Zaleski, he's good though, dude. I think he's a little bit underrated, to be fair.
all right,
Knocked out Strickland before. That's a big win.
fair enough. But I mean, I would not see a turnaround after seeing him beat down like that. Uh let's move into the co-main event here. We've got Rose Namajunas, Thug Rose, 11-5, coming out against Mano Firo, 10-1. And unfortunately for me, as a big Rose fan, I think Mano is gonna win. And it just comes down to I just don't know what's up with Rose lately. I just don't know what's up with her. I mean, she doesn't really come to fight her last couple outings. I mean, she's been blaming it. A lot of excuses, like mental excuses, where it's like, I just wasn't there in my head. And, oh, and this happened before the fight. It's just a lot of things you don't want to hear. And On the other side, Minot's going to come in and she's going to throw hands and she's going to bring the ruckus. So, I mean, I'm just going to take what I know, which is going to be the girl that's going to be the more aggressive volume puncher in this fight. I mean, if Rose comes out and she looks like a killer, I mean, I won't be like flabbergasted, but I mean, I just don't think it's a high percentage. So, pure hunger pick, Fiorot decision. What do you got, Goose?
See, part of me feels like we might get a y'all must have forgot performance from Rose here, but especially looking at Rose, how she beat Wei Li Zhang, I think that Minan Fioro is like just a bigger frame version of Wei Li Zhang a little bit. And to be honest, skill for skill, Wei Li might be a little bit better. But I think that Fioro is going to have a pretty decent size advantage in this one. She's going to have the volume advantage. You look at the stats. She just walks girls down. She hits them with a lot of punches. She stuffs takedowns. And I think that Rose is just in a tough spot, because the last fight was so bad and she's just been sitting on it for almost 2 years now. She had that grappling performance or grappling match against Jillian Robertson, a 115-pound fighter now in December, and she got ragdolled. So I don't see her going out and outstriking Fioro. Maybe she does enough to keep her at bay on the feet, but I just see the size advantage being a little bit too much where Fioro just continues to come forward and really start to break her down. And I kind of hope I'm not right, but I'm seeing a Minan Fioro TKO in this one. And I'm seeing it late round 1, early round 2 here.
Interesting. What do you got, front kick?
Gee, I don't know about the knockout. That'd be sick. That'd be sick to watch. I think it would definitely propel her into the next contender. But give me Manon Fiorot, the Beast, by decision.
All right. Let's get to this freaking main event here. We got Surreal Gane 11-2 coming on against Sergey Spivac, who is 16-3. And I think that people are putting too much weight on the fact that Surreal Gane just fought the GOAT. I think that, everyone needs to calm down about, his grappling and whatnot, because, his wrestling might not be the best, but, I don't think his grappling is as shite as people want to like pin on him. And Sergey Spivac is still that guy that's like not super proven. Like, I don't know. I guess his only loss is to Tom Aspinall. But I mean, you go down. He's lost to Marcin Tybura in the past. Walt Harris knocked him out in the first round. I do think that Surreal Gane is that super athlete. I still have that trust in him. So I'm taking Surreal Gane here. I think he's going to turn his lights off. I think that all it's going to take is one mistake for Sergey Spivac. I think people underestimate how much of a sniper Gane really is. So, yeah, Gane knockout round 1. What do you got, Goose?
It's easy to kind of look at this fight and go, Spivac's very good grappler and Gane can't grapple. But I think that it is a little bit more complicated than that, because you look at it and Spivac, he doesn't really have jiu-jitsu. He doesn't have a lot of experience in front of fans. And the guys he's beaten up, like, it's not the most impressive. He's got some good wins there, but on the other hand, I think that Surreal Gane is super athletic at heavyweight. I think he's probably been working grappling for the last 6 months, working on stuffing takedowns, getting up from the bottom, not getting finished. Because ultimately it comes down to, can he not get ground and pound TKO'd for the first 2 rounds? If that happens, you get up, you hear the third bell, and Spivac will be completely out of gas, and Gane will TKO him. So logically, I look at this fight, Spivac underdog, a little bit enticing, but I'm ultimately going to go with Gane TKO round 3 in this one.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it like this too, it's like Gane's going to be able to like start a round standing 5 times. You know what I'm saying? So if Spivac can't put him away and he can just last every round, I don't think that he's going to, be able to get Gane to his back every single round. So what do you got, front kick?
Spivac has horrible stand up as well. Horrible.
Yeah, like button spams a couple combos. What do you got, front kick?
Yeah, this is a pretty good matchup here. I like it. Surreal, you guys said it. He's a beast. He's an animal striker. Moves like no other. But yeah, I think he gets it done late. Psych, boy, I'm going with Sergey Spivac, boy. I'm doing that. You know why? Because he gets 5 takedowns a fight. You're telling me he's not going to grab his ass? Surreal needs to hit him on the button. He needs to hit this boy on the button. Give me Sergey. I don't know if he, I think ground and pound, round freaking 2. Round 2, it's happening. I don't see Surreal being able to keep him off for 5 rounds. I mean, maybe, but he has to. It's going to be decision, and I think it's going to be. I don't know. I don't see how he does it, dude. I really don't. That Sergey's bigger than him. If he lays on him, I don't think 6 months of grappling, whatever, is gonna do anything when a 265-pound dude's laying on his chest and fucking just dropping elbows on him. Give me round 2, Sergey.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, those are your picks and predictions. That's UFC Paris, Geeks Visions, Ferda. Comment, like, subscribe, share it with your buddies. Let's get after it. Let's have a night, fellas.